Welcome, everyone. Where are you tuning in from? I'm from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. Where are you guys from? And is this your first time here? Let me know. Yeah, I like to talk to people because it's like kind of crazy, like not being able to communicate. Oh, wonderful. Newark, very close to where I am at. I'm in Chester Springs, like that's literally 45 minutes. Great. Where are other people from? Just give it a few minutes before we can get started. You can either use the Q&A option to ask any questions, or you can chat on the regular chat. And oh, Dallas, Texas, wonderful. Must be very hot there. It's quite cold here. Please share any questions that you have. I'll answer them in the end. You're going to learn completely about what the BSMD program is about. Okay, it's a very, very good option. And please don't get swayed by what people tell you, like you need to have X, Y, and Z and everything. My strategy that has worked with students is BSMD is like scaling the Mount Everest, right? So you prepare to scale the Mount Everest. And guess what? You're going to reach base camp, right? Base camp is your pre-med, right? And that's how it is. And also, I'm going to share the exact blueprint that you need to build for BSMD. And trust me, my most stacked students or students who had the perfect kind of profile and stats and everything didn't make it. But my imperfect, I mean, you shouldn't call them imperfect. The ones that we call as not so stacked or didn't have the great grades or test scores, they made it. They made it into the BSDO program with a lot of scholarships. And I'm going to teach you what the BSDO program is, what are the different options and everything. And also, you will not find anybody whose expertise is in BSMD because it's a very, very hard program. And we have specialized in that. I have experts. It's not just me, it's a whole team that works with my students, right? I have about 25 people in my team, and they do different parts of the BSMD. I have essay editors who are ex-admission officers. I have professors from universities who edit the supplemental essays and the resume. I have a person who prepares for MMI, right? So it takes time to build that profile. I would say like preparing for BSMD is like preparing to run a marathon, right? It doesn't happen overnight. And you definitely need to know how to plan and start building the extracurricular activities, courses, everything from grade 8, actually. Okay. So any questions, please put them in the chat. If I look at your questions and start answering them, I'll never go through my presentation. So I have to share what I have, which is going to be very, very informational. That's the only thing that you need to know. And I'll address your questions. Okay. So I'm just going to get started in a little bit. Just trying to share my screen. Okay. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Right here. Okay. Welcome, BSMD webinar and BSDO. I like both of them. Okay. About the BSMD, it's only 5% of the students who get admitted, but 5%. And that doesn't mean that a perfect stat student is going to make it, right? And I'm going to tell you why it's only 5%. And I'm also going to tell you how to get your child into the BSMD program in 12 weeks without feeling overwhelmed. 12 weeks is what it takes to build an exceptional profile for BSMD. And I'm going to show you the blueprint. Okay. And let's hear it from you. How many of you feel like the admission process is too complicated? It's like you don't want to waste time. You just need what is required for the program, and you're looking for a step-by-step process to eliminate the guesswork. because that's what I've spent my last 6 years doing, right? And I'm going to show it to you. It's that essence that you're going to get, a very, very concentrated essence that will have everything that you need. Okay. And guess what? You're not alone. I mean, it feels like every step is like a make or break, right? I have two boys. My oldest son graduated from Georgia Tech with masters in 3.5 years. He graduated with 20 APs. He was a valedictorian. He started his own company and everything. And I had to start this business to cater to the academic needs of my son, okay? Because I couldn't find opportunities for him. And that's why I started Gifted Gabber, where every program of ours is unique. And our purpose is to help teen reach their maximum potential. It's a no judgment zone. We're not telling you, oh, you need to have a 35 in ACT or anything. We take the top 1%. No, the students who do well, they are either average or below average. They are the ones who do smashingly. Got it? And I had a student who with 2.8 GPA who got into University of Buffalo with 46K scholarship, right? So that's what it all boils down to, is the right mentorship and guidance, right? That's a make or break. And my younger son is going to University of Michigan. He's not a STEM student. He's a political science student. He picked Michigan over UVA, UT Austin. I know all the Texas people want to go to UT Austin, but my non-Texas students get into UT Austin and they refuse to go there, right? Including my own son. He got into UT Austin, that government and economics program or whatever, I can't remember. He refused to go there. He's going to University of Michigan. Okay. So I know how it is to be a parent and navigate through it like blind, because that's what I did with my older son 6 years back. I was not a counselor and I had to struggle to find information and guide him. A bit about me. I'm an immigrant. I studied in India. I mean, I was frustrated with the lack of clarity, or I just couldn't find that information. I'm like, this shit should not be hard. I'm going to simplify it. I quit my corporate job. I was in Vanguard. I was doing like cloud governance and all that. I'm like, I'm just going to quit this and get into coaching. And that's what I did. I spent my first few years working with students whose grades were really, really poor. I started off as a study skills and ADHD coach. And I would have students who had social difficulties, were not doing well in school, right? The kid that was ignored the most. And I helped them like really turn around with their grades and everything. So I used to use all the skills that I learned from Peg Dawson. She's a leading psychologist for executive functioning skills, which is the prefrontal cortex of the brain. Okay. So the brain has different parts, but the prefrontal cortex of the brain is where the planning, prioritization, focus, everything is there. The distraction, they're all controlled by the prefrontal cortex, but it's still developing in teens. And we put so much pressure on that part of the brain, which is still developing. Right. So I'm an executive functioning skills coach. I have psychometrists. We work with students who are on the IEP 504, who have mental health issues, everything. But we only can handle students on the spectrum, right? So we're not trained for fully autistic kids or anything. Right. And I'm a meditation instructor and a pranic healer, helps with my anxiety and depression. So once I started this shindig, all my negative things have gone away, because every morning I wake up thinking, how am I going to make a child's profile better and carve their future and pay my employees? So off goes the depression right there. And I'm also a college counselor from UC Berkeley. My team members are all career and college counselors from UC Berkeley. Okay. And this is my family. I graduated from Tier 2 Ivy in India, REC Calicut, which is called NIT Calicut now. My husband graduated from the Harvard Extension School. Only took him 5 years, right? And older son is done with Georgia Tech. He graduated last year. He's working in Moderna. Younger son is not a rising senior. He's a full-fledged senior. He's just finishing up school. And I've had 20 years of corporate experience. I was always hired and taken into projects where they needed to simplify complex terminologies, methodologies, and deliver. So that was my expertise, which I bring back here in college counseling. Okay. And okay, so what's in it for you? Why should you stick around till the end, or why should you even be here, right? The most precious thing that a parent or a human being can give another person is time. And that's what you're giving me, right? You're giving us, right? And I'm going to make sure it's going to be worthwhile every second of it here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process to get into the BSMD program. Avoid the top mistakes. A lot of students have made mistakes. It's to err as human, but we just don't want to lose opportunities. And our system that has helped over 500 students get into the medical career, pre-med, BSMD, name it. Johns Hopkins Full Tuition, my students have done it. Okay. So you want to guarantee success. You're in the right place. Your child is a strong candidate, but you don't know to make them stand out. You're overwhelmed. You want to eliminate guesswork. You want to get all of it. Okay, and wait till the end. You're going to get a complete roadmap. This is a beautiful roadmap that I have compiled. You will get it. It's along, I mean, it's almost the same thing that I'm explaining now. Okay, and our secret gift, okay, not there. Okay, and our college acceptances. My students have gotten into Stanford, MIT, UPenn, Cornell, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon, UCs, a lot of colleges. And our BSMD program success, pretty much a lot of BSMD programs my students have gotten into: LECOM, LKSOM, NOVA, RPI, Rochester, Syracuse, name it, my students have gotten in with a lot of scholarship. Okay, so we'll get started. I first want to set the foundation right with the different paths that are there. You first need to understand the different paths. The traditional path, there's nothing wrong with the traditional path. That is always your backup plan or your base camp, right? So this is like 4 years of undergrad, followed by MCAT and an application to the medical school. Okay, so the thing is, there's no major called pre-med. You can do any major, but you need to have overall science GPA, like PCM, in physics, chemistry, math. Okay, and to apply to med school, you need to have an overall very good GPA. Doesn't matter what school you go to. Undergrad, you need top GPA. Okay, clinical experience, research experience, volunteering, and letters of recommendation. If you're multitasking, come back, take a snapshot of this, because it's going to get repeated for the BSMD. Except for the MCAT score, it's replaced by SAT, ACT. Okay, so I want you to remember, this is what is needed for the BSMD as well. I'm going to get to that. It's almost as if they finished their undergrad college and they're applying. So it's a 2 application, BS plus MD, and I'm going to show you what it contains. Okay, another one in between, you have the undergrad, then you have the BSMD. There's something in between, which is the early assurance program, which Case Western has. That means students get 2 years. They don't get into the BSMD program, but they're given 2 years to decide whether they want to pursue BSMD. And then in the sophomore year, they submit their application and everything to decide whether they want to go. Like, you cannot expect a teen at 17 to make a decision whether they want to commit to medical school or becoming a doctor. So I like this a lot. The EAPS, or the early assurance program that is there, but it's a very good option. Okay. So the third one, that's what you're here for, is the BS and MD. It has different names. BSMD, it's called Accelerated, it's called Direct Medical Program, and a lot of it are getting closed because it's extremely expensive for an institution to run it, because they need the equipment, they need professors, they need theaters, they need research labs and everything. And that is why this program is so exclusive, and it has less than 5% acceptance rates, because they want to make sure that the candidates that get in survive the program. It's not an easy program. Okay, my student got into Rensselaer Polytechnic, and it takes only 18 students. Okay, so that is how selective they are. But once you get into the program, if you graduate from it, you're going to be an amazing medical professional, right? So that's what it is. It's about being a person who saves lives. So of course the rigor is going to be there. Okay. And another excellent option I want to share is the BS-DO program. DO is also called as Doctor of Osteopathy. It's like two schools. MD is modern medicine and allopathy. And DO is osteopathic medicine. It's also called osteopathic manipulative treatment. It's more spine-based, but it's very, very well recognized. Next time you see your primary care physician or your pediatrician, ask them what they are, MD or DO, because my both primary care physicians are DO and they're exceptional doctors. Okay, so the only difference is the paths, and also a lot of DO doctors, they come into the mainstream to be either physicians, pediatricians, gynecologists, all that. But I have students who go to the BSDO program, and when I ask them, hey, why is it that you picked? They're like, Joe, I want to be a millionaire treating basketball athletes. So sports medicine is also closely related to DO. A lot of my students end up going into the DO program because it gives them a lot of scholarship, and they have an opportunity to switch to MD program after the DO. They get a lot of scholarships, like Nova Southeastern has a full tuition, Rowan, LECOM, NYIT. There are a lot of BSDO programs, and I really, really put the BSDO options also in my students list. And then they get to pick based on the offer where they want to go. So that's a very, very good opportunity. So any questions, please put them in the chat. And every time I stop sharing and share back, I had to go back again. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to go to my slide. So bear with me. Any questions, please put it in the chat. I do see questions in the Q&A. Yeah, so please put all your questions there and I will answer them. Where was I? Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get straight to what are the components or what makes a great BSMD profile, okay? And this is what it is. If you're multitasking, please come back because if you want to take a snapshot because these are the 6 admission factors. You must have them, okay? Academics, test score, research, community service, which is volunteering, clinical exposure or medical shadowing, and extracurricular activities. You need to have the wow factor. If I ask you and you say you want to aspire to get in the BSMD program, and if I tell you, please quote the best extracurricular activity, and you tell me HOSA, you're going to blend in. Okay, I'm not telling you HOSA is a bad activity. Should not be at the top of your list. Okay, it's about it's about in like the 10 extracurricular activities, I would put HOSA at 5. Okay, so you need to have like a wow factor cause area on top, then research, then medical shadowing, volunteering before you have the school clubs. That's absolutely important. And please do not take shortcuts. I know a lot of parents say, oh, I'm going to go to India and get shadowing there. But your child's going to study in the US and practice in the US, right? So that's one thing. And then just going and shadowing for 3 weeks has no value. Okay. You need to have longevity in your shadowing. And I'm going to tell you how many hours you need. So academics, you have the GPA, the class rank, it can be AP or IB curriculum, doesn't matter. Admission officers love IB curriculum. So please don't think that it's a bad thing. They like the rigor of the IB curriculum. Okay. So don't remember that. Okay, then the courses, very, very important. I call it the golden rectangle. AP Biology, AP Chemistry, AP Physics 1, AP Calculus, AB is good enough. Okay, don't push your children. I know a lot of parents mean well, but they over-engineer and literally kill their kids. Okay, so I have parents who will pick, oh, I want to do calculus BC over AB because colleges, they assume that colleges love the rigor. No, it's not needed. And then when the child is failing, they're like, oh my God, my child's not working hard. Stop over engineering it. AP Calculus AB is enough. BC is a bonus. Stats is a bonus. Okay. So make sure that you have these courses. You plan it in such a way that you have all these courses that are taken. Okay. And another thing is the scores, which is 1530 plus, that's needed for a good SAT, ACT, and also for scholarship. Let me tell you this. You get better SAT scores, and I have a whole scholarship course. My middle name should be scholarships because of the amount of money I get my students, and I know exactly what college pays how much money and what is needed. You want good scholarships, get a better SAT, ACT score, okay? Because there are a lot of academic scholarships that are given based on that. Okay, then the extracurricular activities, it's the wow factor that I call it. It's an umbrella of volunteering, shadowing, research, and then cause area. Cause area is something that a student needs to showcase what they have done to the community. Okay, so volunteering can be done in nursing home, hospice cares, hospitals, anywhere where there are patients, a student needs to volunteer. And you need at least a minimum of 100 hours for all 4 years. Anything less than that is not going to look good on your profile. Okay, and shadowing, it's a must. Okay, if you say, oh, my child has a lot of volunteering hours and research and academics, I don't think they're going to, no. BSMD programs want a child to be in a place where a doctor is treating the sick. That's it. That's the definition. They want them to see that. And the only way you can show that is to spend 100 hours all 4 years from the ninth grade. Okay. And I keep hearing from parents, I cannot find an extra, I cannot find a shadowing. Please join our counseling program. And we will show you how to get shadowing for your child. Doesn't matter they're 16 or below, there are places and we will show you how. Okay, so you have pediatricians, you have physicians, you have dentists. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't mean that your child is going to be a dentist. My student who got into the BSMP, BSDO program shadowed a dentist. Dentists are also doctors who are helping the needy. I'm sorry, helping the sick, and they're ambidextrous. It's a medical facility. That's the easiest place you can find shadowing, okay? And research is very, very important because they want to see a student having learned a topic deeply, okay? So Anne has written a hypothesis or a research paper, right? And that's something that they very, very much like to see. Okay, and there are two types of research that a student can conduct. They can either publish a research paper or work in a lab, which is extremely difficult after the pandemic. And this is what we offer. You can work with a university professor on a specific topic and write a 4,000-word research paper that can be submitted for publishing. Okay, so when a student submits their paper for publishing, that really, really helps with their profile. Okay. Any questions so far? Now I'm going to talk about the application process because it's not straightforward. It is complicated. What can I tell you? Everything about the BSMD program is complicated, but it's worth it, right? Okay, so it's a three-step process. First, the student needs to get accepted into the undergrad program, which they typically apply via the Common App in the 12th grade. Okay, so that's when the essays and the resume and the recommendations come in. You don't need that until you're a senior in school. Okay, then once they get accepted to the undergrad program, then they are invited to apply to the MD program. You have to be invited, right? And what happens is then they look at the BSMD application, which is another set of essays. They are BSMD essays that ask, why do you want to be a doctor? Why do you want to pick a BSMD program? How can you please explain what volunteering activity you had? What was your experience with the patient interaction? They ask you all that questions, okay? And also the application is different for different BSMD programs. Like University of Alabama would require 2 additional recommendations apart from your undergrad recommendations, and then they need a resume. Then Penn State needs a 1-page resume. Every BSMD program is different. Okay, Augusta, if you're from Atlanta, Augusta, you have to pick molecular biology, microbiology or something like that, a particular major to get into the BSMD program. So every college is different. Their whole process is different. And that's what we do. We eat, sleep, drink colleges. Okay. And once the application gets accepted, then you're invited to a multiple medical interview. Now, this is a very, very complicated process where you really, it's typically in person and the format is different. Either there is one admission officer or there are 3 admission panels or there are different rooms that a student needs to go to. It's all different and there's no uniformity. If you go to Nova Southeastern, their format is different from other programs that are there. Okay, Hofstra is different. NYIT is different. So that's how it is. Any questions about the 3-step BSMD process, please put them in the chat and I will address them. Okay. And yeah, and the biggest mistake that students make is they think a very high GPA or test score is enough. But what's needed is a clear mission, a medical mission, and a unique personal brand, right? What do you stand for? If you are looking to blend in, you don't stand a chance. They're looking for trendsetters and pioneers, right? You have to show them. You cannot just tell them, I'm a trendsetter. You've got to show a measurable extracurricular activity. And that's why we've created the Success Blueprint, because over 6 years, we've worked with students. We've applied many principles. We've applied our processes and tweaked it. And so it's a proven system that you can easily apply to create a standout profile. Okay, so there's 3 secrets to the BSMD profile. Number 1, perfect academics is a myth. 80% of BSMD students get rejected, have had perfect grades. But what's the difference? It's the way they position themselves or that profile, right? So the admission officer has 6 minutes to review the application in the undergrad. So it gets accepted in the undergrad and the handover happens to the BSMD admission officers. I've spoken to both of them. And that's what they're looking for. How does a student stand out, right? I'm an immigrant. I'm from India, where only academics matter, right? But not here. They're looking for volunteering. How have you contributed to the community, right? How have you contributed? They need proof. It's not fluff. They need proof how you've contributed. What medical shadowing experiences do you have? Like, how did the doctor take care of the patient, or what did you do in your shadowing? All that matters, okay? And of course, the secret too is the wow factor. Okay, it can be very, very simple, and I'm going to give you examples. My student, Moria, exceptional student, he was a carpenter. He was very ambidextrous. He would build beautiful mandaps, cabinets, shelving, everything, right? So that's what they're looking for, like right brain and left brain. Right brain is your creativity and left brain is your problem solving. But oftentimes parents just focus on the left brain, which is like all the STEM, right? They don't look at history, which is very important, foreign language. English also is very important. So please make sure you have a well-balanced a profile. And also you need a cause area or a spike. And I'm going to show what is a spike means. Or you can join our WhatsApp group and we will share all the details there. So Soumya, you want to share a WhatsApp group also? In case I miss out on your questions, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group also. So a cause area is an initiative or something that the student does on their own, which can either be a research, some kind of leadership, some kind of a community service, or some kind of a project that they take on, right? And it shows the colleges that they really care about something. They're advocating for something. That's what is needed, okay? And next is you don't need a pricey solution. Typically, people charge $20,000. Our programs are not that at all. We have a step-by-step framework that can easily be applied. Okay. And I'm just going to reveal our programs. We offer BSMD counseling, which is very, very unique. You will not find that anywhere else because it's like crystallized, distilled into content that can be absorbed in 12 weeks. Okay. That is for grades 9, 10, 11. For the 12th grade students applying to colleges in 2025, we have an entirely different program because we have college applications there. You want to outplay the competition, this program is for you, right? You want to skyrocket your child's learning from experts, we have that. We have the best university professors who conduct research in neuroscience, cancer, infectious diseases, nano, all kinds of creative writers who help students build that BSMD profile, okay? And we have research programs. We offer cancer and neuroscience. That's right now. We only have 2 spots in cancer. Neuroscience, I'm sorry, 2 spots in neuroscience, 3 spots in cancer. They're starting on June 8th and June 15th. So summer is the best time for extracurricular activities or research. We also offer infectious diseases, biomed, nanoscience, AI, everything is run by professors, okay? And the design of our research program, students do deep learning with a research expert, and then they write and revise a research paper with a creative writer all at once, right? In 12 weeks, we teach them how to write a 4,000-word research paper that they can then submit for publishing. Okay, so this is our recipe for success, research success. And students have gone along and published a lot of research papers, have gotten into very good colleges and given us very good feedback. A student of mine got full tuition into Johns Hopkins. BSMD, at least 4 acceptances they get, okay? And this is our professor for neuroscience. He's from University of Southern California. He teaches neurodegenerative diseases, Parkinson's, Huntington's, biomarker development, all that is taught by this professor. And you will be able to put his name on the college application, okay? Then you have cancer research, which is run by this professor from Wayne State University. He teaches immunology, cancer biology, and neurobiology, okay? And we help students get published. We prepare them to submit their papers to publishing, and those journals are peer-reviewed journals. That is, another expert is brought in to kind of review the research paper and approve it, right? So once that happens, students get a DOI link, which can then be used in their college applications, okay? And so this is a summary. Our program has 25 live sessions, 2 one-on-one sessions with a research professor, 2 one-on-one sessions with a creative writer. They have a thesis defense. We guarantee a 4,000-word completion of the research paper. We help them submit for publishing, and they get recommendation from the research professor. And we have the counseling program. Summer is the best time for counseling and research because during the school time, they get really, really busy with their deliverables. So we have a 12-week program where students learn about the different medical career, and week by week, they learn how to do that. So in the second week, they learn about course selection for all 4 years. In the third session, they learn about how to be a candidate, how to nail SAT, ACT. In the 4th session, they learn about how to create a cover letter and resume so that they can apply for the volunteering. We help find volunteering within the 25-mile radius and shadowing as well. Okay, we help them build honors and awards. There are 5 sections that you can fill out all 4 years. We also help with the wow factor of the extracurricular activities to build their passion project. So this is for grades 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Not for students applying to college because that counseling is entirely different. And we need to build the college list, write the essays, resume, and everything, okay? So here's a summary. Our course is very, very interesting where one session they learn about counseling, another session They learn only about how admissions officer look at the profile. You get it? So I have incorporated the lesson plan from UC Berkeley. When I was doing my course, we had to like pick candidates for a fictitious college, and we were given applications, and we had to pick. You know what these students are learning? Instead of just giving them, oh, look at this resume, it has to be like that. We give them a mix of resumes and we ask them to pick, and they have to explain why. I mean, can it get any more powerful than this? It's the way we teach our kids, which is innovative and unconventional. You want to use the regular path on Gen Z, it's never going to work, okay? And they'll never listen to you. Okay, it happened to me myself. I mean, my youngest son was applying to colleges and I was reviewing his application. Guess what? I was not his counselor. I had to hire my mentor to help my younger son because he would not listen to me. And my older son used to look over his application. I wanted him to change one word in the supplemental essay because it didn't make sense. And guess what I hear? Mom, you don't know anything. I mean, I didn't get mad. It's Gen Z, but it hurt. But that's how they are, right? The generation is different, right? They don't want to listen to their parents, including mine. But that's okay. It's not that they don't want to succeed or they're not intelligent. They are brilliant. They've hit the genetic jackpot. Most of us immigrants who come from different countries are the top 1%. And guess what? Our kids are super intelligent, but what they lack is proper mentorship and guidance. So they procrastinate. Once you infuse this rocket fuel in them, they just soar high. I love working with teens, and that's how I've created this whole program. Okay. And in this program, we focus on differentiating them. We focus on building academics, shadowing, leadership, and extracurricular activities. And guess what? You cannot do patchwork of I'm going to get this information, that information, and kind of make like kind of a patchy, worky kind of a thing. It'll get you to that, but in a roundabout way with a lot of chaos and confusion. You can just eliminate that, right? And we have a bridge programs, which is a student can publish and write and publish their book. My student, pre-med student, did this. He did get into a lot of BSMD programs. We have our ACT test bootcamp also that's coming. We have our public speaking classes as well. We have coding, AI, and cyber. Please don't think that your kid should not learn coding. My student who got into SLU with a lot of scholarship was the president of his coding club, right? So that's, again, a problem-solving left brain activity, okay? We have AI, and we also have a cybersecurity program. We are launching app development. We have a lot of internships also that we offer. We have a social media internship, which is entirely free. My student who got into South Alabama for her pre-med got full tuition from South Alabama. She was part of our social media internship program. She was very creative. She used to design logos for companies. Okay, then we have research internship, but that is only for students who've done research with us. So that means that if you get into our research program this year, then you will have an opportunity of being invited to be an intern and guide other kids in our future programs. So that's something that's baked into our program. Okay, we also have AI internship. I do have a nonprofit where we run a lot of sustainability initiatives that your child can join. I have an ecosystem where you want paid programs, you have it unpaid programs as well, but we want you to do something for your child, right? Keep them busy in summer so that they don't kill their brain cells playing video games, right? So the more you occupy them, the better it is. But you got to do something, right? Enroll them in either a free or a paid program. That's it. There's no other way. Okay. And we also have counseling for junior, senior, I mean, who are current juniors who will be applying to colleges in 2025, the fall of 2025. So it's a lot that's covered in there. Okay, and if you have a rising senior or somebody who's going to apply in the fall of 2025, reach out to us and we will help you build their profile. Okay, everything is included. We apply to about 30 BSMD programs. Just put a wider net and see where we get. Okay, and well, that's what we have. So you have two choices. You can try to figure out on your own, or you can join us and avail our yeah. So you can kind of avail our proven system. But every day you delay, it's like losing an opportunity. Okay. And our program investment, our BSMD program is just $900. But if you bundle it with our research, it's 500. Okay. And our research program is 3,000 for basic, but we have a special coupon for you where you'll get $500 off of basic. Okay. And yeah, yes, we have a $500 discount. And how do you enroll in our program? We have our website, giftedgabler.com, and we have our courses. You can see all our programs right there. Okay, of course, you can get your coupon, which is like simple enough. You'll see the neuroscience and the cancer and the nano. Neuroscience and cancer is what we have. We'll be closing down this weekend. Yeah, so everything is available on our website. Okay, so we're almost done. So you must be thinking, can I do it yourself? Yes, you can, right? But without expert advice, you will be making some costly mistakes to kind of figure out what things are. I'm part of many associations, and being a college counselor, I have to visit colleges and meet admission officers. So we have the latest in-depth information. Okay. And yeah, so all it takes is 12 weeks for our research or for our BSMD program to get in. And all you have to do is commit to any of our programs, right? Just need a commitment. So we have a special bonus. You will get my ultimate scholarship course, which is $400, along with our research program, research and BSMD combined. You will get this. It has all the details that you need to win scholarships. Okay, the list of colleges, the academic scholarships, private scholarship, institutional scholarship, full tuition, full ride, everything you will get there. How to build your resume, how to build extracurricular activities, everything is part of the program. Okay, and also not just that, you will get an exclusive session with me, right? Where I have my scholarship roadmap mastermind, where I'll invite you for this particular session where we will only talk about scholarship. And I will show you scholarship winning essays and show you exactly how to win those scholarships. Which is either full tuition, full ride. You'll know the difference between full tuition, full ride, all kinds of information here. Okay. And of course, we have a secret coupon. You type in summer 2025, you will get $500 off at the checkout. Definitely worth it, which brings down the pricing. And also, we have a secret today. You place your order tonight into our combined program. You're going to get $100 off. I'm sorry, I'm going to send you a gift card for $100, but the order date has to be tonight to avail that. If you order tomorrow, you're not going to get the $100 Amazon gift card. It's just for participants because we have not advertised it. Okay. So any questions, please put them in the chat. You can join our exclusive WhatsApp group. I'm just going to share the link. Okay, so you can join our WhatsApp group and ask any questions in case I missed out. You can message me right there. And of course, okay. So we also have a separate WhatsApp group for students who are applying to the 2025. Okay, I'm just going to answer that. If you're applying to 2025, applying to colleges. We have another WhatsApp group. I know how many WhatsApp groups, right? Right. I'm so sorry. I said 235. It's actually 2025. Okay, and I'm almost done. I'm just going to quickly share one last thing with you guys. So this is the admission officer's handwritten note from Duke. Okay, so it says, I enjoyed reviewing your application and the admissions committee was impressed by your innovative projects and research prowess. So what does it tell you? A cause area, an innovative project, and research. They are extremely, extremely important for a top 25 college. Okay. And of course, as you can see here, a lot of clients have said Spurti got into the Johns Hopkins pre-med track with full tuition. Now this kid got into St. Bonaventure, a lot of colleges. And also we help students take the passion project to mainstream media. Now this student was on the news.
Breakdowns happen as a result of.
So when I talk about cause area, it is about a student building their own passion project. In this case, the student was a teen suicide prevention advocate. So because of his contribution to the community, he was featured all on the news. And we help you build that, approach the news channels and everything to get that kind of attention. So we have like pretty much everything that you can think about for college applications. Okay. And of course, I'm going to give you the blueprint for getting a full tuition, like full ride. You can download the profile of a student who got like full ride. Full ride means your dorm and your supplies, everything is included. Full tuition means only the tuition is included, right? So that's what I have. And I'm just going to show you some examples of passion project, right? I spoke a lot of passion project and kind of cause area, but I want to share this with you, right? Where this is one of the cause area of my students. Her cause area is helping senior citizens, right? So this is Jessica. She's showcasing everything in her website as well. And she helps seniors to combat depression and loneliness. How? She's asking teens to join her in a senior center or play a game, read a book. So this is a kind of impact that colleges are looking for. She's conducting events for this particular cause area to give a tangible, measurable outcome. She's writing blogs, and she has all her gallery and everything. So this is how we help build. And I want to share another student where, let me just share that. So this is Isabella. She's an equestrian. So her cause area is helping neurodivergent kids, healing them using horses or animals, right? See how unique and specific the cause area is. And basically she conducts events like game days with therapy horses, all right, like fundraisers in the farmers market. She has many such sessions that she conducts. She has blogs that she has written, and all that. So that is the example of a cause area. Okay, I'm done now. So I'm going to address your questions. You can also raise your hand. Somebody raised their hand and I was in the middle and I could not answer that. So please raise your hand again so that I can promote you to a moderator so that you can speak. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go over the questions. For a ninth grader who didn't decide what they want to pursue in future, is this program a good option for them? Yes, absolutely. Right. So it doesn't matter what major you're applying to. These extracurricular activities are the same for except for like medical shadowing and everything. Research is something that colleges look for. Volunteering is something that the college look for. Building your course selection is something that they look for. So yes. Okay. So it says my kid is 8th grade and going to 9th grade, located in D. Schools are not great. They do have a charter school. I've had students from Delaware, a lot of them. Does school matter? I'm even thinking of relocating to a good school in PA. Am I thinking too much? My kids doesn't have. Okay, so let me tell you something, a bit of coaching that's going on here. You are the caretaker. So you pick a location that's best for you. I don't remember the charter school, but there are very good charter schools in Delaware, right? So that I can't remember which one, Neha, and many of my students, there are charter schools that have exceptionally good programs. I think you should, if you can just WhatsApp me, I will tell you the charter school that my student went to. Okay, so that's one of the things you have to do. You're not overtly concerned. It matters what the school has to offer. I was in New Jersey in a not so great school district, and I moved to Pennsylvania to be in the Downingtown School District. And both my sons did very, very well because it matters what school they go to, right? Like, yes, if it's like a very high income area, then the schools have a lot of tax, the money that comes from the tax, which are contributing to very good programs. I live in the Downingtown School District, which is exceptional. They have STEM school, which is IB curriculum. They have East and West, which is the regular curriculum, right? And also they have AP capstone diploma. So if you're in a good school district, then the schools tend to have those good programs and initiatives that are handed down to your child. So it does matter to go to a good school district, but not application, oh, to get in the best college. It's not like that. It's just that the experience of your child is going to be much better in a good school district because the teachers are paid well, they are high quality schools. But if you are in a not so great school district, then the teachers and the administration focus is to bring students who are not doing that well up there, right? So it matters. They also have a good gifted program if your child is has above IQ. My oldest son was in the gifted program. It's GIEP. It depends from state to state. Pennsylvania has an individualized gifted program where if a child has an IQ of over 130, please get your children tested. If you see that they are academically ahead or they're showing some brilliance, please get their IQ tested. Sometimes the teachers will kind of recommend them for that program. But once you're deemed gifted, then like Pennsylvania has that rule where I have a gifted program course as well. If your child is gifted and you need help, you will get it. So please check out our website and you will find that. So what happens is they have programs that help the gifted kids. And in my son's case, instead of putting him in the gifted program, they said, we are going to help him take AP courses. They really, really guided him. I was not a counselor back then. So it depends. It matters to be in a good school district because of the experience that your child is going to get. Right? I hope that answered the question. Okay, the question is 1460 is the SAT enough? Honey, you got to try again. You'd never get the best score in the first attempt. My students take ACT as well. I highly recommend that. If you're looking for a good tutor, please join my WhatsApp group and ask me. I will share good tutors that you get. Is it good enough to take the 11 once in the entire high school? Vidyasagar, that's just an entry-level program. The 12-week is the basic program that every kid has to go through before you enter our other counseling programs, except for children applying to colleges. They're not needed to do that, but everybody, that's our basic program prerequisite. The 12-week counseling has to be finished before we offer anything higher. Okay. Will Research Plus give college counseling with it? Yes. They are like helping colleges. No, I'm so sorry. So the Research Plus BSMD counseling is not for essays or college application. Okay. College application and essays is a separate program. Okay. This is just building a profile. So it does not include senior year. You've got to finish the basic BSMD to get into my next level program. Okay. 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 So got it. I've answered all the questions. I'm going to go here. to get other questions. Okay. Which course was better for a rising senior aiming for BSMD? So the person who just asked me, GP. So basically, we have a comprehensive counseling. The prices are not mentioned on the website because we work with you one-on-one and create a customized package. If you don't want counseling, then you can register in our research program. Okay, so the 12-week BSMD counseling is not for a senior applying for 2025. It's only for students who are in the 8th, 9th, 10th, and going into 11th. I hope that's clear. And if you want us to reach out to you, any seniors applying in 2025, please share your phone number privately and we will give you a call back, because we will give you priority to join into a research program, because this is a last ditch effort before you apply for colleges. Okay. And will we get a recording of this webinar? You can check our YouTube channel. Everything is getting live streamed right there. I'm going to share my YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. All the recording is available. So please subscribe our YouTube channel. All the recording is available. Okay, great. What is the difference between BSMD and BSDO? I'm sorry, I explained that in the beginning. So BSMD is allopathy or modern medicine. DO is doctor of osteopathy. Both of them you can become surgeons. Okay, so BSDO, it's just 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of MD. Then you have a residency, then you have surgery, everything. So both streams you can become a surgeon. Okay. Great question. If shadowing and research is done during summer after the junior year, does that lessen the impact since it seems last minute? Not really. Great question, because it's not possible to get all those opportunities before. It doesn't matter. Shadowing does, most kids get opportunities or get opportunities during the summer, which is perfectly fine. But what they want to see is having done 100 hours in shadowing and research, at least written a 4,000-word research paper and submitted for publishing. Got it? So that is what we do. Our deadline for submitting for publishing is August 31st. So our students work June, July, August to write and submit their paper for research. Okay, and you have to be very honest in supplying the dates and everything. That's what it is. When is the preferred time to take ACT if I'm a rising sophomore? The January into your 10th grade. Okay. Instead of research, can author the book publishing be done in a medical topic? Okay, so that's a great question. Now, research needs to be done under an expert. Okay, so you need to, otherwise it's a blog or a book or a manual, right? So research is something that a student is hypothesis or writing a thesis, right? And it's deeper into that. It's a paper, okay? And it needs to be done under the guidance of an expert who's a university professor. Got it? Only then it'll be deemed like medically available to submit it in journals, okay? Authoring a book is like writing a manual. I may be completely wrong, but I'm just telling you that. But great idea. Great questions. Okay, so I got your question. Okay, any other questions, please put them in the chat. And okay, let me just see. Okay, I have finished all my questions. Let me go back to the Q&A and see if there are any new questions there. Okay, so I answered that. What do I need to, fantastic. What do I need to do to get into the bound BSMD? That's amazing. The 6 factors: grades, test score, research, absolutely needed, medical shadowing, volunteering, and a cause area or a spike that will like literally cinch you, or you get a lot of media attention for something that you do, blow up, right? So yes, it is absolutely possible to get into Brown. My student got into Stanford. Amazing kid. Had a very good cause area, feminine hygiene project, right? So they're looking for students who are trendsetters and risk takers. You've got to show that. If it's just school clubs, then your profile is not very competitive. Okay. So yeah, Vidyasagar, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question.
So a couple of questions. So the BSMD, the basic 11-week or 12-week program that you said, this includes the research and everything, right?
No, 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 no. So research plus BSMD.
I see.
Yeah. So if you go to our website,
Mhm.
okay, so if you click on neuroscience, everything is written there. Please don't make assumptions. Go to our website, spend some time there. I have a wonderful team that spends hours and hours to create content, right? So this is the research program, okay? And when you enroll, then you have an option of just doing neuroscience basic. Okay, then if you want counseling, you add the BSMD bundle, which is basic. And then we also offer a premium, which means that you get extra sessions. So yes, so you need to uh, get bundled. And if you think that you don't want research, you only want counseling, it is also available right here for $900. Okay.
And is it worth for somebody who is going to ninth grade now, or is it who is already in high school?
It's not like that. So the thing is, we make them work over summer and submit the paper when they start high school. So it becomes a high school activity. The earlier you do research, the better it is, because my first student who got into Stanford, she used research to get into the MIT's biomed internship, right? So with a bare bone resume, you're not going to be able to build the next and next greater activity. The earlier you have research, the more activities you have in your resume to apply for future things.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone? I can make you a moderator to ask any questions, or you can post the questions on chat. How do I become a valedictorian if I'm taking 4 APs in my sophomore? Shravya, I really think that you should join our program, because you're asking me very, very specific questions that are addressed in my counseling, and I'm not allowed to give you counseling advice on chat, right? So please get into our program or do that. And also, I want to share my son's transcript. He was a valedictorian, and he also graduated with 20 APs. So this is how you build it, right? All 4 years. Okay. And we will help you build your profile. If you see here, he graduated with 20 APs and graduated from Georgia Tech with a master's in 3.5 years, right? So that is possible. And we will teach you how to leverage your school courses. My son did all the programs within school. He didn't go to any community college or anything. And we will show you how to build that. But unfortunately, we cannot answer all your questions in the chat. Okay, and then thank you for helping. Also, I wanted to tell you, on my call with Smrita was very helpful and informative, very good team. Thank you for the very, very kind words. We appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, I want to thank you for spending an hour here. I hope you learned a good deal. If you have any other questions or you want our resources, we can definitely help you out in the WhatsApp groups. And also, before I leave, I'm going to tell you, just for enrolling tonight, it has to be the combined program for BSMD and research. You're going to get additional $100 Amazon gift card. So after it's done, please let me know. I'm also going to make a note of it. Anybody with the order date today will get the $100 gift card. If you place your order tomorrow, you're not going to be eligible. Okay. So I want to wish you well. Please consume our free content or paid content, doesn't matter. I have so much to give. Please apply them on your children. So if you see here, we have a lot of free courses. You want to learn about college affordability. You want to learn about the Common App. You're on a visa. You want to learn about FAFSA. You're on a IEP. You want to learn about gifted program, mental health. Everything is completely free. Please utilize them and apply them to your children. Yeah, okay. So I'll let you guys go. Any questions, please put them on the WhatsApp group. And I want to wish you well.